Good stewards will rest and prosper the more. Yes, rest is very, very important to the existence of the steward. Material rest, intellectual rest, social rest, spiritual rest, and physical rest. When we go through the whole Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover that rest is greatly emphasized. Rest for the steward. Very important part. Jesus said to his disciples, "Come ye apart and rest a while." Now, this rest covers a whole lot, and we find that it is important. Yes, when you go to the book of Genesis, there we find the Bible telling us that when the master was through creating everything, he entered into a special rest. Now, something I want you to notice. Come with me and let us look at something. In the whole creation narrative, the how, when, where, what of creation is very, very important. But the most important thing in creation is the who or by whom. The who or the by whom. And we notice that Genesis starts with a very startling uh, statement. In the beginning, God created. So, the by whom is the causal factor for the when, the where, the how, and the what. What was the master actually doing according to the writer of Genesis? He was exemplifying things for the steward or the servant or the man. And so he, as many would say, he could just get out there being God and say, "Let there be a world." But no, he was showing to man that the days will pass by. And in the first day, be active, be creative, be productive. The second day, third day, fourth day, fifth day, sixth day, you labor. But then on the seventh day, rest. Rest on the seventh day. Now that becomes very, very important. As you go through the history of interpretation, we will discover a lot about that day of rest. It's not just left to our thinking how, when, where, why we enter into rest, but we enter into rest according to the master's specification. And I want you to notice something here. The seventh day rest was to help God's people to understand that God was the creator. Hope I'm not making it any way more complicated, because it was meant to be something for the people to understand and to follow. Enter into that perfect rest. Now we notice something there. There was a day one, a day two, a day three. Now some people choose to say these were not literal days. But as we go along, we're going to look and use the sort of principles of the history of interpretation to discover what was happening there. As far as I can see, those were literal days. Or the writer of Genesis is helping us to focus on literal days. Days that would consist of evening through to morning, going up to the other evening. And after those evenings and mornings, then there came a seventh day. That seventh day rest was to do some things. Let me see if I can unfold that. That seventh day rest, and I'm already drawing from the book of Exodus, that seventh day rest was to bring forth a togetherness. And it's working with the family circle. The scripture is suggesting that the man enter into the rest. His wife should be with him. His children should be with him. The very stranger within his gate was to be with him. His cattle was to be with him. And all there is around him was to enter into that rest. So it became very, very important and very special. Let us go back to the creation experience. What was happening there? What was the master of the universe doing? Let's have a look at it. Genesis chapter 2, verses 1 to 3. And I'm going to read that for you. Thus the heavens and the earth and all the host of them were finished. And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had done. And he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had done. Rest. And then it goes on. Then God blessed the seventh day and sanctified it, because in it he rested from all his work which God had created and made. Three things he did there. He rest, set it apart, and he sanctified that day. Now, what did we say? The master of the universe is a causal factor for the what, the when, the where, and everything of the universe. What he caused to happen, things to come forth so that he can set an example for man. You see, when we talk about a seventh day rest, it's not merely physical. It is to enter into a relationship with the master of the universe. It is to enter into relationship with the family circle. It is to enter into relationship with the material world. It is to enter into relationship with the universe. Oh, the master of the universe rested. He didn't need rest. God, being God, didn't need rest, but he was setting an example. He rested. He blessed. And he set it apart, sanctified it. Now that is to say to me, or that is saying to me, that seventh-day rest was, is, and will be very, very important. It was important for the master of the universe. If important for the master of the universe, it's important for the universe. If important for the master of the universe and the universe, it is important for every steward. And we are going to take time to work through, to draw from the principles of the history of interpretation and look at that seventh day rest to see what it can do to help make us good stewards. I am not suggesting for one moment that it is the seventh day that is doing, but the seventh day is set there to bring us in close association with the master of the universe, the causal factor of the universe. I have found the Sabbath to be a great blessing, and have met thousands of people through my ministry of some 46 years. I've met a lot of people who found the rest on the seventh day to be a great blessing. Have a look at it. Be careful about it. Don't just be told what it ought to be. Go back to the scriptures. Go back to the scriptures. Don't allow any learned person to be telling you what it is. Go back to the scriptures. And if you believe in prayer, have a prayer and ask the master of the universe to unfold to you the truth of our seventh day rest. Be a good steward. Good stewards will always seek to copy the master of the universe. Be wise and prosper today. Have a very good day, and we will be working together in the next video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.